See, it's algebra. It's algebra. It's two slowed sources, two slowed social sources together, collectively, form form the future. Because you can successfully, just from 2 points, successfully predict the third point. It's algebra. It's the Pythagorean theorem applied to society. Algebra, social science is Pythagorean theorem down to down to the point. Down to the point. It's social science, algebra. At least it's like that. That's the only way I'll get credit for it, you know. The only way I can get it out is if I tweet first. The first person to tweet. You know, people can steal credit from me, but I can always point it out and be like, "Hey, but yeah, if I write everything down immediately, I-O. O. O. D. I. You can see Yep, and you witness it here, guys. Me live streaming. I'm only sleeping. Only sleeping. They got it set up for me to do that. That's me live streaming, me tweeting the succinct synopsis of all my work that I've been doing. That's the great work complete. It'll probably keep going. I'll probably have more great work to do later in the future. But Sherman's proud of me. Oh, let's celebrate. Have a pet. Yeah, doesn't matter, Sherman. Even if I pet you, even if I celebrate, there's no real point in celebrating because no one's ever gonna congratulate me. They'll probably just somebody else will probably just steal this shit and never give me credit. Like, oh yeah, no, that's and like even face in like what it's like somebody will have the same thing written, like almost exactly the same as what I wrote on Twitter, and it'll be like, came out like a day later or something. They'll be like, actually, yeah, his doesn't really make any sense, and mine makes sense, and his doesn't. Everyone in the collective and the public will be like, yeah, yeah, we agree. Fuck that guy, and like that guy that Einstein robbed or whatever. He'll be. He's like, he's like, yeah, it's like, whatever. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy that Einstein robbed. Who cares? Einstein gets the credit. Einstein's famous. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It'll be just like point in celebrating. So, sorry. Sharon is bothered by the sound cannons and whatever the fuck else they're trying to do to me. Because all they're doing, like, for writing this stuff down and for talking about this, all they're doing is trying to punish me. Like, I don't get rewarded for any of my work or anything. I just get punished for it. I have my whole life. Telling the truth or, saving a lamb on the Sabbath or whatever. All I get is punished. cigar, you're gonna go far. Do. The right hand turn. Guys, this is the right hand turn. Right hand. This is the right hand of God, knowing what the left hand of God is doing. Boom, 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 boom. The right hand of God knowing what the left hand of God is doing. Boom, 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 boom. Show you what it's like to die with Sherman. Make you lay in bed. Boom, boom. Gonna show you what it's like. Sherm. Like I wouldn't have even wrote this shit if I could have had $1 billion and all kinds of shit like that. If it was really possible for me to have any kind of reward for not writing this shit and not talking this shit and not doing this work that I've been doing, if it was really possible for me to do it, I would have done it. I would have taken the reward. I would have taken the anything and not done this. It's just been like lapped it up in the lap of lottery. Lap of lottery. Yep, which I could do. I could do that too. If I wanted to. I could do pretty much anything that I wanted to do, I could do. But it's not worth doing because people suck. People suck, and what do they do? If I do any of that stuff, they'll punish me for it. And if I do this, I will get punished for it. It's not no good deed goes unpunished. You guys ever heard that? No good deed goes unpunished. Like unless I go out and steal something, that's the only way I'll get. The only way anything good will come my way. If I go out and steal, if I go out and steal or rape somebody or whatever, that's the only way I get a. That's the only way good things will come my way. For going and knocking on the door, writing a love letter and bringing flowers and shit like that, don't get you nowhere. Don't get you nowhere. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Because guess what? I was carrying a rock in my pocket, but you didn't even give me a chance to show you. You didn't even give me a chance to show you what I might have had behind the door of mystery. You didn't even give me a chance to give you chocolates or flowers or anything that I might have had behind my back. You didn't even give me a chance. You slammed the door in my face. Okay? And I didn't go one time. I didn't go 2 times. I went 3 times. 3rd time's a charm, knocking on the door like everybody told me to. Knock on the door 3 times. Go knock on the Mason Lodge 3 times. Go ask your rabbi 3 times. I did all the shit like everybody says you're supposed to do. Got nothing. Got nothing. This was the only thing I was allowed to do. Let's see if I get punished or rewarded for it. Probably I'll get nothing, like always. It'd be great if am I Jesus in a limo? Where's my limo? Huh? Where's the limo? No? What? Aaron Hansen will probably steal my idea, and he'll be like, "Yeah, I came up with it when I was popping up all my methamphetamine pills with my ADD, in between doing Game Grumps and sitting on my ass, getting hand jobs from my wife or whatever. I also came up with the theory of time travel and stuff. It wasn't that guy who spent all his time thinking and writing and working. It was me, the guy who plays video games for a living or whatever, who came up with it. The guy who spends all his time playing video games and doing shit like that also managed to do it. It was me, Einstein, the guy who worked at the factory or whatever, wherever the fuck he worked, who came up with it. Not the guy who just spent all his time thinking and working on this shit. No, it was Einstein, the guy who did it in his spare time. No, Einstein's a thief and he stole it. It's like all these motherfuckers. The guy who did it was the guy who spent all his time doing it. Just like the guy who wrote fucking Lucid Dreams was the guy who spent all his time writing and shit. The guy who wrote all that stuff and wrote all the music and stuff was me. The guy who spends all his time writing music and shit all the time. Okay? Me, the guy who spends all his time working and not getting high and doing all that stupid shit. Me, guys, me. Me. Come on, white boy summer, guys. Where's my limo? Where's my limo? Where's my helicopter? What? Don't see it. Whatever. I'll probably have to skateboard to 7-Eleven and get a hot dog or some shit. And I'll probably get stabbed. Or shot. They'll be like, "Hey, look, it's Trayvon, except that he's not black. And Trayvon's a setup, and then is a white guy. Get him!" It's like the craziest shit ever. Like the idea, like black people being victimized by white people. Whenever does a black kid go down the street and he gets robbed? Like imagine if what will really make headline news is Trayvon did get shot by a racist or whatever, and actually was robbed, and Trayvon just got stick. They were like, "Stick him up, Trayvon. I'm gonna steal your Skittles from you. Give me the Skittles. I need food." Snatch the Skittles. That would that make headline news? No. Okay, because that shit doesn't happen. Come on, M&M's. Come on, Skittles. Come on. Cough them up. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. No, it doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. Okay? And the Zimmerman thing is probably a scam. It's probably a setup. Setup. Most likely a setup. It was probably staged. Like, look, black people, they're victims of. They're victims. Period. Look at this guy, Zimmerman. He's like. Zimmerman? You mean like. You mean like Dylan Zimmerman? He's probably a Jew. You know, Zimmerman, that guy, he's like a Hispanic Jew. Hispanic Jews are probably the problem. They're killing black people. Go get him. Go get the Hispanic Jew. Zimmerman, go get him. He's bad. Go get it. Go get him. Go get him, George Zimmerman. He's bad. He's teamed up with George Washington to enslave black people. Go get him. Go get him. Go get the Jews. Go get them. We're just trying to mind our own business. Eat Skittles, which is a thing that we do. Because we're black people and we totally don't just eat white babies and shit. No, we eat Skittles. Go get George Zimmerman. Go get him. Okay, yeah. No, I'm allowed to do edgy comedy, okay? I'm allowed to do edgy comedy. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. It's America. Get off. Fuck you. I'm allowed to do whatever I want. You want me not to do it? You want me not to say stuff? Pay me not to say stuff. Okay? These are WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks. I'm a Wikipedia Brown. Only I'm not that brown, really. I'm not that brown, really, am I? Nope. Barely any of me's brown. My hair isn't really even brown. I don't really have any brown on me. Pretty much nowhere on me is brown. Yup. That's color theory. That's color theory with Mark Mothersbaugh, and this is Yo Gabba Gabba. Biz Marquee here. Teaching you color theory. What's up? Oh, actually, we were gonna put you on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, but then you made fun of Biz Marquee, and he just died last week. Too soon, man. Too soon. Too soon. He's probably not even really dead. It's probably fake. He's probably not dead. He's probably not even really dead. And if he is really dead, he probably died from doing too much cocaine and being fat. Okay? He probably died from overindulgent, excessive lifestyle. Like everyone knows. Oh yeah, too soon, bro. Too soon. Too soon. Too soon for that. Don't make these jokes. Don't say too soon, bro. Too soon. 9/11 just happened. You can't just make a joke about 9/11 on stage like a few hours after it happened about how this is fake or whatever. Which there was a comedian doing that shit. There was a comedian on stage like the hours after 9/11 happened being like, "Oh man, can you believe the show they're putting on out there?" And they say I'm obscene. Look at that. Look what they got going on outside. Look what they got going on outside. There was a comedian. There was a comedian in New York someplace doing that routine. I think I'm obscene. Look what they got going on outside. Be happy you're inside here. Tip your waitress. Tip your waitress. Tip your waitress. Waitress. Tip your waitress, everybody. Tip your waitress. I'm your waitress. Tip me. Don't. How about instead don't tip your waitress? In fact, give your money to your comedian on stage because I work really hard and your waitress doesn't do shit other than bring you drinks. Frankly, you could get your own damn drink, and the waitress could stay home and make a sandwich or some shit like that, right? Ha 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 ha. You could go up to the counter and get your own damn drink, and the waitress could stay home and make a sandwich. She don't actually even need to be in the club at all. Whatever. Tip her anyways. Tip her anyways. Tip her anyways. It's like a metaphor because it's like you tipping her, and you're giving her the tip of your dick. Tip of your dick. It doesn't exist. Instead, it got replaced with a piece of paper. Doo-doo. Yep, and you watched me. You watched me. I was sleeping all night. Did I get high at any point in time in the stream? No, I was sleeping. Sleeping all night. No getting high. Hey, I'm not high. Not high. I barely get high at all. I'm just in pain all the time. I only slur because they shoot me with a sound cannon or some shit like that. Some kind of, I don't know exactly how they do it. It's annoying though. I wish they'd stop doing that. Always like, stop it. Stop doing that. It's annoying. And they're like, you don't understand how funny it is to watch you struggle and not know what the hell's going on. We like that. Kill yourselves, pigs. Kill yourselves. What the fuck's wrong with you? Stop doing that to people. You don't gotta do that to people. If I committed a crime or some shit, just come lock me up. I'm already locked up. Stop torturing me. It's America. It's a free country, not free to be shot with radar guns and shot with sound cannons and shit. That's not freedom of speech. Okay? Freedom of speech is speech. Are you guys all in a chorus going ee? Is that the Greek chorus? Is this just a bunch of black people all in a room going ee to make my eardrums burst? Is that how it works? Is that what you guys are doing? You're underground, all in a fucking you guys are underground someplace going ee, chanting, doing your mantras or whatever. If so, that's annoying. That's not free speech. You guys are just doing it so much that you're literally making people's eardrums bleed and shit. That's not free speech. That's not free speech. Okay? This free speech does not apply to that. Okay? Do you think free speech is getting a billion people underground and going ee? No, that's not free speech. That's not free speech. That's like the exact opposite of free speech. No, not free speech. Those people, do they have any choice? Are they given the choice to stop going ee? No. That's their slaves. Stop enslaving people and forcing them to go ee. Okay, if that's what's happening. They're probably not. It's probably some kind of speaker system or some shit like that. Probably a sound cannon, like I'm saying. Stop it. Okay? Are you the Greek chorus? Are you a sound cannon? I don't care. Stop it. That is not art. That is not speech. Okay, you want to talk about harassment? If anything is harassment, that's harassment. Okay, that is not fuck. If free speech has to end someplace. Okay, and driving by people's houses with a sound cannon, or literally kneeling on somebody's yard with a fucking with a boombox, that's harassment or whatever at some point. Like broadcasting at some point is harassment if you can't tune it out. Like, do we all need like Faraday cage houses in order to not be harassed? Okay, there is a limit to free speech. Okay, and it's the point. It's the point when you can't tune it out. When it's literally making your ears bleed and shit like that. That's not free speech does not cover yelling so loud into someone's ear that it bleeds. That's not fucking free speech. Okay? That's not free speech. Or shining a light on somebody that gives them cancer. Or whatever. That's not free speech. Okay, shooting someone with a radar gun to give them cancer is not free speech. Get the fuck out of here. No. Hey, you can't do this to people who are not citizens of this country. You can't do that shit to anybody. It doesn't matter if you think that I'm not a citizen of this country or not. You can't do this shit to anybody. Okay? It's not okay to do it to anybody. I am a citizen of this country. At least half of me is a citizen of this country. Okay? You can't do this shit to people. It's not okay to do it to animals. It's not okay to do it to anybody. It's wrong. It's wrong, 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 period. It's not okay to scream in someone's ear until it bleeds, no matter what country they're from or where they're from. You don't do it to people. It doesn't matter if it's a joke, it's a bad joke, okay? That's not funny. If you're joking, that's not funny, okay? It's not fun. It's not a joke to fucking scream in someone's ear until it bleeds. That's not a joke. That's not free speech. That does not apply at all. No. That's not a joke. Screaming into someone's ear until it bleeds is not a joke. That's not a prank. It's not okay to do to somebody. It's assault. Okay? It's like that show. It's like, hey, I just kicked you in the nuts. It's a prank. No, that's not a prank. Running up to somebody in the street and just kicking them in the nuts is not a prank. You're not punking somebody. That's just assault. You should be in jail. Or frankly dead. I I think that I think that anybody who like honestly, I feel like anybody who just walks up on somebody and just like sucker punches them or fucking walks up on somebody and just like kicks them in the nuts, like I think we should just kill them. I think that you should be allowed to just shoot somebody who does that to you. If somebody comes up to you and just like kicks you in the nuts, you could just shoot them and kill them. I think that's justified. Personally, I don't have a gun, but I think that's justified. Like if they strike you on your cheek, show them your other cheek, and it's a gun. Boom. That's what I think. That's what I think. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't think it's okay to just come up and just like kick somebody in the nuts, like, you know, as a prank, or because you had a bad day. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go kick you in the nuts. No, I don't think that's okay. I think you should be shot. I think you should be shot. Yeah. Want to have an agreement where we can fight? It's like, hey, I want to fight you, and we can go on terms and be like, yeah, let's fight. And then we fight. Or it's like, hey, we have an arrangement where, you know, where I told you it's okay to hit me. That's okay. But like, just like, hey, it's a group of people I don't like, and I had a bad day. I'm gonna go kick them in the nuts. No, you should be shot. You deserve what you get. Shot. Yes. It's not okay. It's not okay to do shit like that. I had a bad day. I'm just gonna go scream in this guy's ear until it bleeds. No, we don't need you in society. We don't need you. Nope. You had a bad day? Go home, play your guitar. The neighbors don't like it? They can close a window. Whatever. Like if it's like just annoying and it's some guy who's just like playing a guitar in his property, that's different than fucking deliberately going to somebody and shooting them with a sound cannon, or fucking shooting them from a sound cannon from space, or shooting them from a cannon underground, or whatever the fuck, whatever the fuck you guys are doing. You know you're wrong. I know I'm right, and you know you're wrong. So like, don't even play it. Don't even play it. That's the thing. I'm always telling these people, like, guys, quit it. Quit it, because they know they're wrong, and they're like, they just don't. They just don't. And at some point in time, when it's like, hey, there's a group of people and they just won't stop screaming in people's, all they do is scream in people's ears until they bleed. Like, sometime when some guy comes up to you and tries to scream in your ear until it bleeds, you shoot him. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Or do something to him, punch him, something. You gotta do something. You can't just do nothing. You gotta do something. It's like this. It's like this shit when it's like, when everyone's doing this shit to me. Everyone is stealing from me. Everyone is gaslighting me. Stealing all my ideas, stealing everything that I have. They won't let me do anything. They're keeping me as a slave, whatever. I gotta do something. I gotta do something. Right now, it's just the war of attrition. But I'm right. Plain and simple, I'm right. Plain and simple. Every step of the way. Not a coincidence that his name is George Zimmerman. Not a coincidence that his name is George Zimmerman. That doesn't mean the Jews are wrong. Doesn't mean the Jews are wrong. No, it doesn't. Doesn't mean the Jews are wrong at all. Doesn't mean George Zimmerman was wrong. Not at all. You guys heard me talk about it. You heard what I said about this shit earlier. I don't gotta say nothing. It's a mystery, guys. It's a mystery. I mean, it really is. Look, when you have to approach this stuff knowing what's going on. You have to approach this stuff knowing that time travel is possible. Understand, guys, that from my demonstration, understand that time travel is possible. Information exists outside of time and all that shit. You have to have the perspective of that stuff that I pointed out that I tweeted about, that I've been talking about. You have to have that perspective to understand what's really happening. That's the perspective you need to have in order to understand what's going on. If you don't have that perspective, you won't know. Better off clogged, huh? Herman is smart. He is. He is smart. He knows what's going on. He knows what's going on. Yes. He knows what's going on with me. Asking for attention and all this kind of stuff. He understands. Reacting to like all life, you know, much, pretty much all on this level. Like we pretty much all understand what's going on. We're all human beings. We're all living creatures. We're all living creatures, and we all pretty much understand what's going on. It's not okay to just go screaming in a dog's ear. It's not okay to go screaming in a dog's ear until it bleeds, let alone a human being. Whether they're a sovereign citizen or a fucking citizen of this country or that country or whatever, it's not okay to fucking go scream in a citizen's in a person's ear until it bleeds. I still support Israel. Like I said, Israel has a Israel has a political agenda, a we want a country agenda, not a we want to genocide a group of people agenda. Okay, that's the difference between Israel and Hamas or whatever. Plain and simple. Israel has no problem. Israel is not trying to genocide all Arabs or whatever. They just don't want them on their lawn because they're trying to. They have a genocidal agenda. That's how I see things. I could be wrong about it. Could be wrong about it, but I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Them's the breaks, guys. Them's the breaks. Them's the facts. Pretty sure. I could be wrong. I'm willing to change my mind on this stuff. I'm open to discussion. Open to discussion. Will totally change my mind if I'm wrong about anything. I'm willing to listen, willing to talk, willing to listen, to hear, engage with anybody who wants to talk to me. No one will talk to me for some reason. Nobody. I'm a pariah or whatever. But you know, I'm not proud of shit. I'm not proud of shit. I ain't proud of nothing. Proud that I'm alive. About it. I'm proud of the work that I did. Proud of the works that I've done. That's it. I'm proud of the work that I've done. Including the work on my body. I am hot. 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 Hot diggity. Good. L, lay, P. In L, lay, P. Don't call me Penelope. Not Penelope. Penelope is a character I created. Okay? Call me Jesus. Call me Mark. Mark. My pen name. Mark Twain. Mark Thomas. MT. The Mountain. Mark Twain. Mark Thomas. MT. The Mountain. Ta. What's up? What's up? What's up? Call me Mountie. Call me Mountie. I'm a Canadian, eh? The Sermon on the Mountie, eh? On the Mountie, the horse. I'm not on a horse. I am a horse. Right? Don't call me Penelope. Don't call me Penny. I'm Billy. Billy. Don't call me Penny. Don't call me Penelope. I'm Billy. Not a bad guy. Now, God doesn't play dice with the universe. He steals it. Right? Stole it. Give me that dice. He stole them. Give me that. Give me that dice. Dice. The best manager of all time. The sad manager himself. Elephant in the room. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? That penny always come back to you. The bad penny. Bad penny. Throw me too far. Instead, I'm gonna get delivery. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Delivery. Oh, delivery. Basket is empty. Oh man. Kidding me, bro. Off 7 now. Unavailable. The piece is unavailable. What are you kidding me? Fuck. This is a joke, right? No pizza. Restricted sales hours. Oh, really? I'll just wait. I'll order in an hour. Not going anywhere. We're staying in bed. It's a bed in for peace. We're staying in bed until they bring me food, which I have to order on my phone. Haha. We're gonna wait. Now we're just killing time, guys. We're killing time until 7-Eleven. Until 7-Eleven is willing to deliver me a pizza. So like at 11, right? Probably at 11. How it works, right? God, guys, you think I don't know what. Hot in here. Hot in this room. Hot. Don't call me Penelope. That's the name of the movie. Don't call me Penelope. Name's Billy. Oh, movie from the future. They make up my life. How awesome I am because I have better time. Right? Is that what's gonna happen? I wrote it just now on stream. And Sherman. Dog pornography, guys. All media is pornography, and this is human dog bestiality pornography. Bestiality. You guys see that? You guys seen that video that I uploaded on? You guys probably didn't see it. And it's like on Facebook, and it's like Herman. He said, "I'm scratching his butt," and it says the original chicken dinner. No. Just a joke, guys. I definitely have never had sex with Sherman. Definitely have not. It's just a joke. Sherman's disappointed, but sorry, Sherman. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Maybe if you guys paid me $1 million or something like that, but otherwise, it's not gonna happen. Sorry, Sherman. Don't fuck unless I'm getting paid. Sherman's got no money, no cash. Just gets pets. Sherman, right? Winking at me. Winking at me, guys. You know what that means? What that means? Winking at me is like, I'm the only person you'll ever have sex with. That means that neither of us is getting laid. Ha ha ha. You're not gonna get paid, neither am I. Ha ha ha. Hilarious, Sherman. Hilarious. Hilarious. I hope you're wrong. I'm gonna be working at 7-Eleven. You work at 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven. Yeah, I do work at 7-Eleven, but I work at 7-Eleven and I don't get paid. I just sit outside 7-Eleven and eat hot dogs. And no one pays. Sure, worm, sure, worm, sure, worm, he is worm. Worm, guys. I don't know if you guys have heard that Sherm is the worm. Everybody's heard Sherm is the worm. Sherm is the worm. Everybody's heard Sherm is the worm. That's why I came back to my mom's house because I was worried about Sherman. Sherm the worm. Sherm is the worm. Sherm is the worm. Everybody's heard Sherm is the worm. Well, don't you know about the worm? Yeah, everybody's heard about the worm. The bait tricked me into getting back into the trap house. Trap me in a house with Sherm bait. Sherm bait. Trap me in the house. Sherman. about the sherm? Well, everybody's heard about the worm. Sherm, sherm, sherm. Sherm, sherm. Well, everybody's heard. Worm. Wish I could go back to sleep. Best night of sleep I've gotten in a while. So I was up for a long time. Doing all that stupid work. I work nonstop, tirelessly. I work nonstop, all around the clock, nonstop. People don't believe me that I'm always working, always thinking, always coming up with ideas, always writing all stuff for other people, using my psychic brain and all this kind of stuff. Nobody believes me, but I am. I just work nonstop. That's all I do. And now I'm mugging for the camera. No. Now I'm mugging for the camera. Let's get Sherman better in the frame. And now I'm mugging for the camera. Posing. All this stuff. Yep. Tommy Wright the Third. This term's going down in history. Great. Saddest part is that I'm gonna outlive Sherman. Maybe not. Maybe I'll get stabbed on the way to 7-Eleven. Oh no. I'm an ad for 7-Eleven. I work at 7-Eleven. Ah! Pay me, 7-Eleven. You better pay me big time for mentioning you all the time. Everybody, everybody, like if I'm actually super famous and shit, I'm gonna be getting all these corporations better give me some super endorsements, free Diet Coke for the rest of my life and shit. Everybody's mean to me. They're abusive. It doesn't matter if it's funny. It's mean. Why you guys gotta make my ears bleed? Like holy shit. You made all of our ears bleed, Will, with your bad music. I didn't literally make your ears bleed, guys. I didn't literally make your ears bleed. You just didn't like my music. And I'm sorry you didn't like it. You didn't have to listen. What, I could have been wearing earplugs the whole time? No, okay? You caught me off guard. Got him in now. Oh, what? I can see the future and shit, so I'm supposed to know and put the earplugs in ahead of time. No, guys. No. Okay, just like Trayvon, like, yeah, he could have seen the future and known that that black kid was gonna attack him. Guys, no! It doesn't matter if he knew that the black kid was gonna attack him. It doesn't matter. It does not make it okay to attack people. Jesus Christ. He should have known better than to follow a black kid who was having a bad day. No! He's neighborhood watch. He's allowed to follow people. Stupid. You didn't do anything wrong, okay? When you're in public and you're just walking near somebody, that's not a crime. Just walking there. Menacingly. No, guys. Not a crime. It's not a crime to just stand there menacingly, Anthony Fantano. Even though clearly that's the joke that Anthony Fantano was making on Twitter. Clearly, that's the joke he was making. That's the SpongeBob joke. Like, that's the thing. That's the joke that's going on in that episode. And, like, I'm the bad guy for pointing it out. Yeah, no, guys, I'm not. No, I'm not. Not okay to beat people up who look at you funny. No, guys. I don't know what planet you guys are from, but it's not okay to beat people up who look at you funny. What the fuck? It is not okay to beat people up who look at you funny. It's not okay to beat people up who say words at you that you don't like hearing. It's not okay. It's not okay, guys. I don't know what planet you guys are from. Not okay. Oh, don't beat people up for acting. Don't beat people up for talking. You don't do it. No. No. No, guys. You don't do it. Yep, it's hilarious. The old Italian lady on Kimmy Schmidt, she's a puppet. She's a puppet. Me, I'm a puppet. Except that I'm not a puppet, guys. I have the ability to not talk. This is work. I have the ability to not talk. I could be walking to 7-Eleven. I could be doing anything. I could have not wrote those tweets. I could have done anything I wanted. I wrote them. Work. I just am dedicated to my job. Dedicated to my work of improving humanity. Being a good person. Shit like that. Dedicated. And that's all it is. I'm a dedicated, highly disciplined slave. I don't like it. But, I know that if I just do the right thing and just keep doing it, eventually it'll pay off. Or it won't. At least I left the world a better place when I leave it. If I leave it, which I'm pretty sure that I can't leave it, and I've been here forever. But uh, it's a mystery. Be under the impression that forever and that never gonna be able to get out. It's a pretty damn good magic trick. It's a pretty damn good magic trick, let me tell you. Reality. It's a pretty damn good magic trick. Reality is. And that's the thing about reality. We don't actually know the nature of reality. We can't understand if we're, in the matrix or not. In how many layers the matrix has. It's the matrix behind the matrix behind the matrix behind the matrix. How many layers of matrix there are. Just don't know. Don't know. We can remove and then remove, and then there might be another layer of matrix on top of that. Like I invented time travel now, and then actually, I invented time travel and another layer above that. Then it keeps growing and growing. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. Am I the Silver Surfer who travels from planet to planet inventing time travel on comets? Am I the information or am I the information processor? What's outside of the information and the information processor? Is there anything outside the information and information processor? Don't know. Don't know anything outside the information and information. That's all we have is information in the information processor. That's all we have. Like the ability to see outside information in the information processor. Like that's it's the information in the information processor are like so intertwined that we can't tell the two apart, and we can't tell outside of it if there's anything outside of it. We can't tell. Can't tell. We need a third thing to be able to tell. We need a third perspective on that, and we don't have that. That third perspective is just not. It's not there. You could call the third perspective God. We don't have it. We don't know where it is. We can't find it. It's unfindable. Call it whatever you want. I don't like the G word because God is a 200,000-year-old black dude who hoards technology, and a lot of people call him God, shit like that. So I don't like the term God. I don't think that it applies to the third perspective thing that I'm talking about outside the information processing unit. I don't think that it applies. That's a totally separate thing. And that thing, we can't interact with that. We can't interact with that. It's entirely speculative. Entirely speculative. Like it's beyond like information in the information processing unit. Surely cannot, like, we can only speculate on speculation of that third thing that might be outside of us. That's the ultimate outside of the ultimate unknown that we absolutely cannot reach. Can't reach it. Can't reach it. Still unavailable. Okay. Still unavailable. Alright, we're gonna have to wait till 11. So, disguise. Drink Kool-Aid because the water in Florida tastes like ass. I don't even put that much in. Just enough to cover up the taste of the ass. Because I'm so broke. So broke. That's how broke I am. No one will put $1 in my hat. You could walk to 7-Eleven, Will, if you're that broke. Yeah, I could walk to 7-Eleven if I'm that broke. But you get like deals and shit from doing the delivery. It's free delivery and you get like and there's a coupon for $5 off today. Like it's like so cheap. So cheap. Like it cost me you know how much time it'll take me to walk to 7-Eleven and back? It'll cost me like it'd take me like an hour and a half to do it. An hour and a half. What's that? That's like $30 in minimum wage if it was pay if minimum wage actually was paid a living wage and was actually worth working for. That $30 is less than what I'm buying off 7-Eleven to get delivered. Okay, so it's actually cheaper for me based on the usage of my time to get delivery than to walk to 7-Eleven and get it. Get whatever shit that I want to get. Whatever food I want to get. And then if you go beyond that, I might as well just be like foraging. It's like, yeah, well, you could go forage. You could go walk into the woods and eat some tree bark or some shit like that. Yeah, I could do that. I could walk into the woods and eat some tree bark. But at that point in time, I might as well just not eat anything because I'm not that hungry that I'm gonna eat tree bark. Okay, like there is something I could eat like in here. Like I have this apple core sitting out from yesterday that I didn't eat. I could eat this if I'm that poor, but I'm not that poor that I can't eat this apple core or just this bag of pretzels that I have in front of me and this Kool-Aid. I can have a bag of pretzels and Kool-Aid. Okay, but this is the bottom. This is as broke as you get in America. Okay, it's as broke as it gets. You can't get any poorer than this in America. This is as poor as it gets. Anybody who's out there bitching and complaining about how whatever, you got tap water and fucking food that people and food in the trash and shit that people like. If I'm gonna walk to 7-Eleven, I might as well go get some food out of the trash from 7-Eleven. It's free. I could go eat food out of the trash and just wait for someone to throw away some of their like half-eaten sandwich or some shit like that. Before it's actually cheaper before it's actually worth my time to actually walk to 7-Eleven. Okay? You understand that this is America. That's how well we have it here. Okay? And it's like that in every country on the planet. Like unless you're in a food desert so far removed from fucking everything and you just happen to like wander into the food desert without enough food and supplies to survive off of, and you can't you can't fucking forage for food or whatever, which there's pretty much nowhere, like Antarctica or whatever. Like you have to be an absolute idiot to die of starvation or die of thirst or hunger on this planet. Like you have to be like at that point in time you have a poverty of like intelligence. Or you're just have a death wish. You just subconsciously knew you were going out into the wilderness to fucking starve to death. Because there's absolutely no reason living on this planet that you would have to fucking that you would starve to death. you would starve to death or die of thirst. Like, there's no reason for it. There's really not. Like, there's like food and water like everywhere. You might poison yourself by eating something that's not food or eating something that's not healthy. But then you died from like malnourishment or something. Like if you ate like, something that is not edible until you died, or drank something that's not water until you died, or something like that. Like, yeah, I died of dehydration because all I did was drink gasoline. It's like, no, you poisoned yourself by drinking gasoline all the time. You didn't die of dehydration. Okay, and that's the same kind of thing. That's the kind of thing that we're living with today. The legendary dog pornography stream. Man on dog action. Man on dog action. Too hot for YouTube. Too hot. Only can you see this on Twitch. You gotta come on Twitch to see this. Too hot for YouTube. They don't let you stream. They really don't. Like you can stream like right from your browser on Twitch. Like right from your browser. Like now, it didn't even used to be like that, but like or Facebook Live or whatever. But like you can't just stream straight from your laptop on Twitter. Why? Why? There's no reason for it. It's an artificial barrier of entry. You can't just stream straight from your laptop on Twitter to a public audience. You can do it on Twitch. You can't do it on YouTube. You can't do it on Twitter. You can do it on Twitch. That's why I use Twitch, because you can do it on here. It's easy. I don't just do it from my browser. I have this thing. But like if you even using OBS, like if you want to stream to YouTube, you have to like get a token. You have to like set up in your browser and get a unique token every time you want to stream and all this shit. It's like why do you have to do that? There's no reason for it. It's just an artificial barrier of entry to keep people who don't have aren't verified on YouTube from streaming. That's the only reason why it exists. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. That's 100% the only reason why it exists. Garbaggio, Garbaggio, Yes, play this shit backwards. Play this shit backwards. I talk back when I'm talking backwards. I talk in like other languages. I say all kinds of crazy shit when you play. Like play me talking backwards. I'll be talking in Japanese and Spanish backwards and shit. And I'm like, it's like what the fuck? Yeah, like I can speak other languages and stuff, but like I can't. I just will not allow myself to I will not allow myself to break character. Like when I'm going forward in time. I will not allow myself to break character and speak Spanish and stuff. Like I used to be able to speak Spanish when I was a baby and a kid and stuff, but like I got it beaten out of me, and like I've psychologically repressed my ability to speak Spanish out loud. And it's like the same shit with like other languages and stuff. Like I'm like psychologically repress the knowledge that I have of like Japanese and stuff. Because I know Japanese, like because I've been watching anime and stuff like that for like my whole life. But I have like psychologically repressed my ability to speak Japanese out loud and to translate it from one to the other and stuff like that. Really. And it's crazy. But that's how it is. That's how it is. But yeah, no, play any of these videos, like any of these streams that I have, Play them backwards, and you can guaranteed you'll find me saying some crazy ass fucking shit. You guaranteed I'll be saying some crazy ass fucking shit that's like I don't even know what half the shit that I say backwards. But guaranteed, if you play some of the shit in these streams that I've been saying backwards, guaranteed you will find some funky, really fucking weird shit. Guaranteed you will find some really weird fucking shit in there. Guaranteed. And it's not nonsense. It's not randomly generated information nonsense. It's intentional. It's intentional. And I have the ability to think backwards and forwards at the same time, and intentionally write a song backwards and forwards on the fly. I can do it. Really, I can. No sniffing. I wrote that song. Improv that song. On the spot. Backwards and forwards at the same time. On the spot. I wrote some of the lyrics. I wrote separately, but most of it was all improv. Like I thought of it a little bit like ahead of time. Like it took me like 2 hours, and I was like thinking about it, and like some of the lyrics I pulled from stuff I had pre-written and stuff. But like I improv'd. I just came right out on the spot, just like that. It's objectively a brilliant song, brilliantly written, very well crafted, spot on, dead ringer for Kurt Cobain song. It's spot on. Anybody who says that it's not, they're lying. They're lying. It's spot on. It's a spot on dead ringer. Okay? And you can say, hey, anybody could do that. I would love to see you try. I would love to see you just try and do something like that spontaneously on the fly, just like that. I did it. Other people, there was no one around. Like I wasn't streaming back then. You know, I was just doing recordings and stuff, and you just had to take my word for it that I wrote and recorded that in like 2 hours. But like, I did. I really did, and I don't know. It's pretty obvious. I've written and recorded songs on stream now on the fly, just freestyling. I've done tons of freestyles and stuff. Played the jazz. I've done it on stream live. Just period. I streamed for 24 hours where I just didn't do anything other than write and sing songs and stuff. And I've absolutely documented the creative process, my creative process, 100% down to the T. Proof that I can just do this shit on the fly. Proof positive, okay? Proof. Even when I'm sleeping, I wake up, it just come and write a song. Didn't get high or anything. Just you guys watch me the whole time. Yeah, I turned the camera a couple of times when I was pissing. I was pissing into a jug all night because I didn't want to have to get up and go to the bathroom. Because I realized the other night, hey, you know what? There's absolutely no reason. I'm drinking all this water. It's Florida. It's hot as shit. I'm sweating my ass off. I'm drinking gallons and gallons of water to stay hydrated and sweating my ass off. So it's like, why do I want to get up 4 or 5 times a night just to go pee? I can just piss in this gallon and do that. I know it's like pure savagery, but I'm not gonna drink it, Golden Dawn. I'm not gonna drink it. Okay, that's savagery. That's disgusting. You can drink it. You absolutely can. Like people who are doing shitloads of cocaine and shit, you absolutely can drink your urine and get the cocaine on the second pass. And it's like 90% still all most of the cocaine, whatever, like that you put in your body, it doesn't get used. It just goes out, like if you've seen that joke routine. But like I don't do cocaine, guys, and I don't drink my own urine to get high on cocaine. It's I don't do it, guys. I'm like one of the most sober people on the planet, pretty much, because everybody gets high like all the time. And I'm not saying I don't get high, and I've never gotten high or whatever. But like I'm like one of the most sober people alive. Like people who are more sober than me are liars. Basically, I'm like one of the most sober people around. Like period. Period. Everybody does drugs. Everybody gets high. Pretty much everybody does. Like I'm like one of the people who does drugs and gets high the least out of fucking everybody. Because everybody else is doing it all the time. And they just lie about it. Everybody. Yeah, really. Yeah, they were gagging about it. Yeah, the boys when they were here, they made a video and they were uploading the video of them like snorting flour and stuff. Yeah, yeah. I did the same gag, guys. Everybody does that gag where they pretend like they're doing cocaine and they. Everybody does that gag. Everybody does Cokie the Clown. Everybody does that gag because everybody knows somebody who does too much cocaine and makes fun of them. Everybody does it. Everybody knows the guy who's doing too much stimulants and makes fun of them. Everybody knows him. Everybody knows these people who never sleep all the time, and it's not healthy. And we're like, stop. You need to sleep sometimes. Everybody knows, and no one. You cannot be that person. Hey, that guy's been awake for 3 days. No, you can't be awake for like for a few days and think that no one notices that you haven't been that you haven't been awake for a few days. Everyone knows that you haven't slept in a really long time. Everyone knows. It's not you. No, you are not keeping. That is, you are not slick. Everyone knows. Even when you're laying down pretending like you're asleep and shit for a long time, everyone knows that you are not really sleeping and that you're not sleeping. Everyone knows. They can look right at you and tell because everyone knows a person like that. And it's just so common that we all just kind of like tolerate it. You know, we all just kind of tolerate it. It's like it's so common. Like it's so common. It's a problem. And I tell everybody like, guys, no, not healthy. You can't just never sleep and expect not to like die from that. They're all around. They're just dropping like flies. It's like, oh, you guys are surprised by this. Surprised that's happening. Surprising to you. Really? Really? Yeah, no, this is a complicated subject. Obviously, there's more to this, and there's more than meets the eye. You know, there's a complicated human biology is complicated. It's complicated, very complicated, and it's possible to extend your life and not sleep. You know, by various methods that people do, and yada yada yada. But you know, you're gonna die eventually. It's gonna catch up to you one day. You're gonna die. I have died. I have died and I have been born. Sure. Sure, I have died and been born multiple times. Pretty sure. 99.9% sure. 99.9% sure that I have. And it's not that big of a deal, guys. Just relax. No big deal. sad when people die. Really sad when people die because there's that 0.1% chance. You can't. The 0.1% chance is just something that you can't ignore. You know, there's that 0.1% chance that like we're all delusional. Every one of us is delusional. There's an unknown that our memories, the information in the information processing unit is not capable of grasping. There's a brief moment between the two worlds, between birth and life, between birth and death. We just don't know. There's a brief blip, 99.9 blip, 0.1%, you know, and we just don't know it. We don't know that part. Can't know it because it's outside of our grasp. Out of our grasp. But I'm, like I said, 99.9% sure you don't only live once. 99.9% sure of that. 99.9% sure I haven't just lived once. However you want to look at it. Like I said, it's possible that I've just switched bodies a million times and probably blue. It could just be, that could be a delusion. It's the unknown. You just can't grasp that. It's that one part that you just can't grasp. You can't know your memories. You can't rely. You can't know if I've just been given the memories of being in other bodies, or or if I wasn't. You can't know. The line between memory and delusion is very thin. It's very, very, very thin. It's very thin. We all like to say that we know, sure. But I mean, especially these people who regularly, routinely don't remember stuff. Like, I work really hard to improve my memory and improve my mental faculties and stuff. Like, the main thing that I do is try to heal my brain as much as possible. And, it's a struggle because everyone is just running around hitting me in the head and strangling me all the time and stuff. It's a struggle, but I constantly am just trying to, feed my head, if you will, everything that I can, stimulating it with, new information or flavors of ice cream or whatever information of any kind. Sensory stimulation of any kind. I'm constantly trying to feed it. And I think that it pays off. I don't think there's anything else worth doing otherwise. I don't think there's anything else worth doing. It pays somebody's getting off on it. Somebody's getting paid off this shit. Even if everybody just steals all my ideas and I get nothing. Even if just Juice WRLD is just gonna steal all my ideas, Juice WRLD's gonna come back. Hey, I faked my death, guys. I'm Juice WRLD, and I did die, and actually didn't fake my death, and I'm resurrected, and I'm Jesus, and all this stuff. Hey, check it out. I'm the second coming. I'm Juice WRLD. I invented time travel, guys. Yippity-doo. That could happen. That could happen. It might happen. Juice WRLD and Kurt Cobain, both of them. They're both come out from behind the curtain and they'll be like, "Hey, we're Juice WRLD and Kurt Cobain, and we're fuck Will. Who cares about that guy? He doesn't exist." And they get gay married and travel in a time machine throughout history and have adventures and shit. That might happen, guys. It really could happen, and I get nothing. And it's whatever. I don't know. That's what happens. That's what happens. When is the when is the pizza gonna be available? It's 11 o'clock. When is the pizza gonna be available? What do I gotta order from Little Caesars? This is bullshit. I don't want Little Caesars. I want 7-Eleven. Uh, I know, guys. I don't care about manipulating people who are on drugs for my benefit. No, no, no. I don't care. Maybe I do it. Maybe I have. I've successfully manipulated a lot of people that are on drugs. Whatever. Who knows? Do I look like I'm raking it in right now? Probably not. Probably not. There's somebody watching this right now, cribbing all my ideas, probably. Some other comedian's gonna come out and just do all this shit. Be like, blah, blah, blah. Hey, check it out. I'm Louis C.K., guys. Yeah, I cribbed the bananas thing from Louis C.K. So what? Bananas are everywhere. Everybody jokes about bananas. So what? I say that's bananas. So what? Who cares? Who cares? Louis C.K.'s Big L. He's Big L, guys. No, he's just a tall guy named Louis. Hey, I'm Big L. It's ironic because I'm not big. Louis C.K., giant. He's a tall guy. More appropriate to call me Big L because I'm small and my name doesn't start with L. It's ironic. I know, right? It's ironic. But some people call me Liam. Some people call me Lamb of God. Some call me Liam of God. That's what they call me. Liam. Billiam. Billiam. Billiam squared. Billiam squared in my balloon. The phone call, guys. The phone call with all of humanity. actually Sherman. Sherman is Big L, and I'm just his interpreter. Interpreter. Interpret what the message that Sherman wants me to tell you guys. Reading his Sherman's mind, telling you all the things he wants me to tell. Okay. Hey. Ears hurts and my body hurts. Everybody's mean to me. They beat. Damn you, 7-Eleven. When will you have pizza? It wasn't George Carlin. Okay. Me. 7-Eleven. Now that we have time travel, the time police will exist, and they'll go enforce. They'll go. The timeline has been solidified, and they'll go enforce. Prevent people from making changes to the timeline. Man, how? How exactly is that going to work? Pretty sure that you could still make changes to the timeline. Pretty sure there's probably a separate timeline for everyone, and everyone gets to invent time travel. Everyone gets to be me. Have the idea stolen from them by someone else. Probably Juice World. Juice World, don't stop stealing my ideas. Not cool. It's probably Malachi. I want the pizza. Why? Why is it unavailable? No. Why are you closed? Why are you closed, 7-Eleven? Why? Sucks. Ugh. I don't want to become famous. I want pizza from 7-Eleven. Okay? And not like, Barack Obama pizza. I want food because I'm hungry.